Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at the Samsung Galaxy A8. And this phone was just released in India, and this is the new one in the A series. The earlier high-end was A7, now we have this A8. And regarding the pricing, let me actually show you. Let me just quickly take this out. And it says that Indian SIM card only, and the price quoted here on the box is 35,500, but the MRP price for this device as of now is 32,500 in India. And here it just gives us a brief idea that it has a 16 megapixel rear facing camera, 5 megapixel front facing camera. It also has a fingerprint scanner, 4G LTE support, and it has an octa-core processor, but in India it's a Exynos variant. Internationally this phone has a Snapdragon 615 chipset, but for India they are giving a Exynos chipset. I'll talk about the detailed specs a bit later. So let's open this up, and we have this in gold color, and it says full metal, and it's supposed to be a really slim phone. Yes, it looks really slim and sleek. Let's quickly look at what else do we get. We get a quick start guide and some more info. Let me see if they have the SAR information. Yes, they have the SAR certification, and here it says that head is 0.11, but again they are not specifying if it's EU SAR or cumulative, so again take it with a grain of salt, I would say. Anyways, let's move, and here we have the headset also and some extra ear tips. And this is the SIM ejector tool. It accepts two SIMs, but both of them are nano SIMs. The power adapter, which is just a normal one, that is 5 volts at 2 amps, so not a fast charger. So let's look at the device itself, and here is the device itself, and initial impressions, it looks really sleek. So let me take this out, and again it's metallic, so gives a very premium feel. Initial impressions, again it's a unibody design, so the battery is sealed inside, and I believe we also have it in black and white color, but this yellow color looks really good. Let me quickly give you a physical overview, then we'll do the first boot. On the top we have the noise cancellation microphone, and again we have that chamfered edges, looks really nice. We have the power button over here and nothing else. On the bottom we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, main microphone, micro USB slot, and these are the two slots for your nano SIM and the secondary SIM. The secondary SIM slot can also act as a micro SD card. And here we have the volume rocker, and moving towards the back we have the rear facing camera. That's a 16 megapixel shooter. Again, looks really sleek, I would say, initial impressions. And the screen is a 5.7 inch screen, which is a Super AMOLED screen. It's a 1080p screen, so it comes to a PPI of 386. Regarding what do you say, storage, the one we have is 32 gigs. In India they are selling the 32 gig variant. It also comes in 16 gig variant in some other markets. And again, typical Samsung stuff. Let's quickly just set this up, and it supports both the Wi-Fi bands, that's 2.4 gigahertz as well as 5 gigahertz. So let me quickly connect and we'll continue. And we also have a fingerprint scanner on this one, so let me quickly just add it, and it says just place your finger, and it's very similar to what we found on the Galaxy S6. So you have to do this again and again, a couple of times, and it says it's done. Also with the tip, and it says it's done. So we also have to add a password, so let's Ranjit 1234, if Ranjit 1234. So we are set. So the fingerprint is set, and we are almost done now. The setup is done. Let's hit finish. Yeah, we are booted. And let me quickly adjust the brightness. Yeah, we have the auto brightness. So let's see what else is installed. We have FM radio, so that's nice. we have quite a bit of apps installed, and in fact we also have the smart manager. So looks like we are getting stuff that we have seen on what do you say, the Galaxy S6. Let's see if it has theme support. Yeah, it also has theme support, so very similar to what I have seen on the Galaxy S6. And we also have the theme store, and we have the Flipboard briefing on this end. And let's quickly look at the other settings. If we edit this, what are the other options that we get? As you can see, we have the ultra power saving mode, screen mirroring option is there, and other standard stuff. And we have this S Finder and Quick Connect, but we can remove that. That's nice. So let's look at the further settings. Let's go to about the device, and as you can see, it's running on the Android version 5.1.1, which is Android Lollipop. So we are getting the latest version of Android out of the box, so that's a good thing. Let's look at the storage also. And out of that 32 gigs, we get 25 gigabytes of space available to us. And we can also mount a micro SD card. And guys, again, like the earlier A series devices, for the first slot, it's your regular nano SIM, but the second slot, you can either put your secondary SIM or a micro SD card. So you got to decide from that. Let me just quickly swipe away the stuff. And we also get 100 GB of OneDrive. So that's nice. And again, let's try the fingerprint scanner. We didn't try that. Let's just turn it on, and yeah, it unlocked. Yeah, it says to use the fingerprint, and as you can see, it's working fine. So that works well. And let me quickly give you a configuration overview. This Samsung Galaxy A8 is powered by the Exynos octa-core processor, and it's divided into two quad cores. The first high performance quad core is clocked at 1.8 gigahertz. It's based on the ARM Cortex A15 architecture, and the second quad core is based on the ARM Cortex A7, and it's clocked at 1.3 gigahertz. It has 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage. Regarding the screen, it's a 5.7 inch 1080p screen, which is a Super AMOLED screen. It's a dual SIM device with nano SIM. It also has a fingerprint scanner. And regarding the camera, the rear facing camera is a 16 megapixel shooter with f1.9 lens, and it also has optical image stabilization. Moving towards the front facing camera, it's a 5 megapixel shooter, and it also has 4G LTE support. Moving towards the battery, it has a 3050 milliamp hour battery, but the battery is sealed inside. And one thing that I'm noticing is looks like this one does not have any, what do you say, LED notification light. Let's quickly just test it. Let's plug in a charger and let's see if it detects. As you can see, it's just charging and there is no LED notification light. So that is one thing that I've noticed. That's surprising. Let me take this out. And the good thing is now we have optical image stabilization that Samsung says that we have. Let's quickly do the web browsing. And let me adjust the brightness a little bit, I would say. Okay. And this is the stock keyboard that we get, and it also has a number row. Regarding RAM, as I mentioned, it has 2 gigs of RAM. And let's go to the desktop view. Again, it loads it quickly. Viewing angles are nice, as expected on AMOLED screens, generally nice. And so the browsing should be good. Again, you can hold this and add your widgets and stuff. That's standard Samsung stuff that we get. And these are also backlit. And we also have a pop-up view that it says that we can use that. So let's try that. Let's see if it works. Yeah. So you have this one, and you can use this for multitasking apart from the regular stuff. And I think so you can even minimize this, yes, like this, and let it float, and you can just come back to it anytime. Let's just close this for the time being. And let's also quickly look at the camera. And let's just go back. Let's see, it's a 16 megapixel. And let's look at the settings. And regarding video, it is capped at 1080p. So no 4K, 1080p. And by default, At 16 megapixel, it'll be in 4:3 ratio. So if you want widescreen, it goes down to 12 megapixels. So the sensor is not the same one that is used in the S6, but looks like we have all the mode like Pro mode. Let's quickly look at this one now. And we'll also test if USB OTG works. That's the OnePlus 2. And we can adjust the exposure, as you can see, easily like this. So let's look at these pictures. It looks good. But again, we have ample lighting here. So I'll definitely test this camera a lot more in varying light conditions and let you guys know how it works. Let's also see if USB OTG works out of the box. And we just plugged it in. Let's see if something happens. Yes. So USB OTG works. Let's also just try to play this video. And we'll see the volume also. I'm maximizing the volume. So the speaker is over here. I can see the viewing angles, they're really nice. Again, Samsung does a good job with the screen, so no exceptions over here. Speaker is decent, but not very loud, I would say. But pretty decent, and good thing is USB OTG is working out of the box, so you don't have to do fancy stuff. So that at least works. Let me take out. So guys, that's it for now for this very quick look at the Samsung Galaxy A8. If you have any specific questions around this device, do post them in the YouTube comments and I'll try to include them in my review. Thanks for watching this video. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in our next video.